First up and new at 9 tonight, a wealthy Scottsdale broker begins a 15-year prison sentence. David Alcorn was convicted for his role in a nationwide scheme of fraudulent investments.
Federal prosecutors say he targeted the elderly, but several notable Phoenix area leaders wrote to the judge asking for a lenient sentence, claiming he's unfairly taking the fall. Brianna Whitney spoke to a man who testified in support of Alcorn and is in the newsroom with more. Brianna.
Yeah, Emma, this isn't something we always see going through court documents. Many people writing letters to the judge defending David Alcorn, letters from the former mayor of Phoenix, other Valley attorneys and family defending his character and ethics. One of those letters from a colleague who testified during this trial and still believes Alcorn was in the dark about all the illegal activity.
David Alcorn, once a top-tier investment broker living in this Scottsdale mansion, now behind bars for 15 years.
I've met some people that are shady, whatever, but I never sensed that at all from David. And I still don't believe it today, even after the conviction and the sentence, which is substantial.
Thomas Littler met Alcorn in 2014 and served as his attorney for previous business matters, including a bankruptcy case.
I found him to be a decent individual who truly believed everything he was doing.
But a judge and jury found otherwise in this most recent criminal case. According to court documents and the Department of Justice, David Alcorn was one of several people part of an illegal investment scheme from 2011 to 2017. The documents show Alcorn's involvement as knowingly selling fraudulent investments and licenses to investors, most nearing retirement age.
He truly believed that it was a reasonable investment for people to make.
But the Department of Justice says Alcorn and his conspirators swindled much of the investors' cash to pay for their scheme and lavish lifestyles. The feds say many of the investors cashed out 401ks and other retirement accounts to invest, without knowing Alcorn and his conspirators were transferring up to 70% of those funds to their own companies. Littler says while Alcorn dealt with the license applications, he believes other men involved in the scheme, who he says had a history of fraud, were to blame.
But he was raising money in a fraudulent way, apparently. But I never believed that David knew that. In all my conversations with David, I don't believe that he was involved in that part of the business.
Not only does the 78-year-old's 15-year sentence begin today, but he and his other conspirators now owe their victims more than $20 million in restitution. The Department of Justice says combating elder abuse and financial fraud targeted at seniors is a key priority of their department.
I spoke to some of Alcorn's family on the phone today who said this is all very raw and fresh, so they didn't want to do an interview right now. The other conspirators in this case are serving sentences between 5 and 35 years, and one is still awaiting sentencing later this month. Live in the newsroom tonight, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Family.